Okay, today we are going to continue with passive voice. But in this class, we are going to check how to form the passive voice with future tenses. Remember that the passive is often used when the object of the action is more important than those who perform the action. The passive is formed by the object, then to be, then past participle. Remember that these are the basic elements to form the passive voice. For example, the house is cleaned every day. Then remember too that the past participle have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Let's review the tenses that we know in passive voice. Simple present. Forts are made in the USA. And present continuous. Dinner is being cooked by Susan. Today, we are going to check how to form the passive in future. Let's check these two examples. In active voice, remember that the future simple is formed using the auxiliary verb will. Then the basic form of the verb. Claire will find a rich man. Don't forget that we use will with any subject. How we are going to form the passive? We are going to use the to be, but in future. Then the past participle of the main verb. In this example, find has a past participle in found. Let's see the example. A rich man will be, this form of the verb show us that it is in future. Will be found. Found is going to be the past participle of find by Claire. Let's see more specifically. Subject, my father. Verb, will write. Object, a book. If we change it to passive, a book, in the first place, a book will be written. Written is the past participle of the verb write by my father. Sometimes we use going to express future actions too. And remember that going to has an auxiliary verb that is the verb to be. Is, are, depending on the subject. In this example, I am going to cook the meal. After going to, we have to use the verb in simple form. In active voice, I am going to cook the meal. But if we change it to passive, we are going to find is, are, going to, then be. Going to be, is going to be, are going to be, then the past participle of the main verb. The meal is going to be cooked by me. Active, passive. Check the elements that we can find in the going to future. She is going to eat the apple. The apple is going to be eaten. Again, eaten is the past participle of the verb eat by her. To finish with our presentation, the passive voice can be found in affirmative, negative, or interrogative. Let's see these examples. A car will be bought by her. A car will not be bought by her. Will a car be bought by her? Yes, it will. With going to, a cake is going to be made by Susan. A cake is not going to be made by Susan. Is a cake going to be made by Susan? Yes, it is. Then we can find the three basic sentences in the passive voice too. affirmative, negative, or interrogative with your answers. Thank you so much for your attention to this presentation. Okay, let's see if we understand, if we reinforce our knowledge about passive voice, solving our Kahoot exercise. Valeria, your micro is open. Okay, the pin for the game is 394-9532, or scan the QR code that we have next to it. Thank you, all of you. Okay, let's start with our game. Aileen is on the third place, Omar is on the second place, and Michel Beltran is on the first place. Congratulations, all of you. Okay, thank you so much for your participation in the Kahoot game. Do you have any question? Any comment? No? Then don't forget to write your full name and your group on the chat box. See you next class. Thank you so much for your time, your attendance, and your interest to this class. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.